Hi, welcome to Jaishi Narayan Creations. Good evening. Okay, fine. Hi, Nagu Kumari. Welcome and good evening. Hi, Shobha. Welcome. Good evening. Welcome to Jaishi Narayan Creations. And this is my 430th episode. And thank you all so much for all the support extended. Right from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all. ஓகே இன்றைக்கி வந்து ஜஸ்ட் ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் எப்படி ஒரு சாரியில் வந்து அழகாக ஈஸியாக ஃபார் த பிகினர்ஸ் எஸ்பெஷலி ஹவு ஈஸிலி சாரி பெயிண்டிங் கேன் பி டன் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி த மெயின் அஜெண்டா ஆஃப் அவர் திஸ் திங் அண்ட் ஐ ஹாவ் கப்புள் ஆஃப் சாரீஸ் ஆஸ் ஆர்டர்ஸ். I need to complete it at the earliest and send it across to US. Hi Samyukta, good evening. Hi Rekha, hi Pravina, very good evening. So both the sarees are they have given me the simplest designs, just filling of colors and with a little bit of shading, of course. I have never got such a small project. That is a easier one. All my order pieces will be a heavy subject, but here this is very very simple and easy, and that's why they wanted me to finish it in no time. So maybe in a day or two I need to dispatch this to US. Okay. Hi Vasanti ma'am, good evening, and we will begin the session. A very warm welcome to one and all. And before we start, as our regular feature, let me congratulate two people who have shared their creations to me. One is Shobha Prem Kumar, who had created the that is the donne and the cone shaped thing with the banana leaf, which we had it for the last session. Okay, I would like to show the creations to you all. Let me adjust the camera. So this is the donne and the hanging. She has made it for the festive. So must be a festive hanging with the flowers attached to it. So cone shaped one and the two varieties of the eco-friendly banana leaf cups. Okay. Then we have this is Samyukta's. This is Samyukta's. Even she has tried all the four. A very good attempt and it has come out very well. Congratulations, keep going. And then we have one more of hers also. That is, you remember we did one stroke style of work with a texturing effect on a mirror. So the same thing she has done it on a bottle. I remember sharing it to you all earlier, soon after the session, but I don't know why she has sent it again. Maybe she missed that particular session, I think. It's okay, but anyhow, let us give her again a compliment, and it's a very good work, very good attempt, and very well placed on the bottle. Congratulations Samyukta, and keep going, keep creating. Thank you so much for the share. And எனக்கு வந்து ஒருத்தர் மெசேஜ் அனுப்பிச்சுங்க. ஒன் பர்சன் ஹஸ் சென்ட் மீ அ மெசேஜ். ஷீ இஸ் கலைவாணி, ஐ திங்க் கலைவாணி, கலைவாணி, எஸ் கலைவாணி, கலைவாணி ஃப்ரம் கரூர். ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் அனதர் சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் ஃப்ரம் கரூர். மேம், நான் உங்களுடைய ஒர்க்கெல்லாம் பார்க்குறேன். எனக்கு வந்து சிம்பிள் பெயிண்டிங் சாரியில் எப்படி பண்ணணும் சொல்லிக் கொடுங்க. அண்ட் வாட் ஆர் த மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் யூ நீட் ஃபார் தட் ஆல்சோ ஷி வாண்டட் டு she has requested me to share it to her, and then how it is to be produced, what kind of tracing, எப்படி ட்ரேஸ் பண்ணுறது அண்ட் எப்படி பெயிண்ட் பண்ணுறது எல்லாம் எனக்கு சிம்பிள் டிசைனில் சொல்லிக் கொடுங்க. ஓகே, ஷுவர் கலைவாணி, hope you have joined now, and we'll teach you. Okay, fine. Now for Kalaivani and for the others and for the beginners as well as for the others also who have been doing lot of fabric painting, the first step what, and she has specifically mentioned that நீங்கள் எப்படி செய்வீங்களோ அதே மாதிரி எனக்கு அது காமிங்க, டெமோ காமிங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. This is how I do. I just fix the design sheet on the table like this, and then this is of course a very it has a transparency. So what I do is I place the I place the design on the table. Hope it is clear. Okay, fine. And then after placing the design on the table, and since this saree is a Kerala Kasavu saree and it has a transparency, we can easily trace the design on the saree by placing it just above the design sheet like this. I will show you. Yes, just place it on top of the design like this, and using a regular pencil you need to trace the design. Understand, there is no need for a carbon paper and then keep changing the carbon paper every now and then, and other areas while tracing it out மற்ற இடங்கள்லாம் ஸ்மட்ஜ் ஆகிடும். அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு மெஸ்ஸி ஒர்க்லாம் எதுவுமே இருக்காது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் a easy way of transferring the design on the saree. See, I have traced it throughout the saree. Just I started this afternoon, and soon after starting I thought I could put a live to you all. That's why I planned it, and now here we are. Okay, now after that Kalaivani, remember, and to others also, take an old cotton cloth, a bed sheet preferably which is thicker enough and cotton which will absorb excess paint. So இதை வந்து we just spread it on the table. Just spread it. I have tied 2 knots at the ends of the table so that I can push the old cloth into it so that it stays intact. It will not move, it will be intact. And then after doing it, I have 2 more chairs by the side of me, one on the right and one on the left. So I keep shifting the saree alone. After painting it, I keep shifting the saree from one end to the other end. Okay. So this is how you have to do. And then you can have, this is a half white color. So the color which you paint on the saree should be appropriate. So these things at the bottom should not mislead you. So what I would always do is, this is a packing stuff paper. You get it in between the sarees. This I got it in this saree. The same paper I'm going to use it. We will keep it here on top of the waste cloth or an old bed sheet I prefer to. And then you spread the this thing. You start from one end and move to the other. Now always start from the left and then keep moving the frame alone. After finishing it, you remove the frame and shift it to the other side, then fix the frame and continue your painting in this case. Okay, otherwise you can just, if it is going to be just filling of colors, then you can spread it on the table directly just above the fabric, I mean the cotton one, waste cotton, and then paint it. Later on, once it's at the time of setting, you can just shift it and move it to the other side. Okay, so now let me put the other end on the other chair to my right. So my work is made very easier and quicker also, because it's a fast this thing, a last minute order, and I need to complete it at the earliest. So I have done it this way, and I always do this kind of work only. All these preparations will be the same. Okay, now the focusing is correct or not? Please let me know whether the working area is visible to you all. I'll push it down, little down. Please let me know, any one of you. Rekha, Samyukta, Pravina, Vasanti ma'am. अब नहीं देख रहा क्यों? अब बोली ना, अब ठीक है, positioning is correct. I think now it will be little to the opposite direction here, this side. Okay, because it's a very big frame, so I find it little difficult, not able to position properly. Okay, fine. Yes, now you are able to see the design. Now prefer to keep a white paper and one side paper or a paper which comes along with the packing. You can keep it underneath. Now you can see the design clearly. Okay, thank you dear. Okay, now the colors here, this is purely, they wanted as simple as possible the design, and they have suggested this kind of lotus, no leaves at all, of course, just the lotus and the buds, that's it. Long and short, big and small, like that they wanted. And of course for the pallu, it is going to be with few cows and the lotus, that's it, no leaves at all. Okay, and one more saree along with this. I told you now, I got 2 sarees for painting. This is the another one. Both the sisters have placed orders. Hi Lakshmi ma'am, good evening. So here also no work at all. They wanted just 2 colors. She wanted only 2 colors. These 2 colors she has referred, and just in triangular. Since this is in triangular, for the pallu it is going to be a very grand varli pattern. Okay, because triangles. So to suit this, I have made triangular, that is a varli pattern for the pallu in a circular design. So this is over, and this saree I need to complete it in a day or 2. So now we will start. For the colors here, what I will be using and what they have suggested to me also is white, crimson red, white, then pink, and then crimson red and green. Green here I am going to use light green. This is number 12, light green. Gayatri, that is a very big this thing. Hi Gauri, good evening. A very big, the saree is a very big one. Later on I will share it either in my Insta or in my YouTube page. But right now I don't think I will be able to open it up and share it to you. Okay. So the light green I am going to use, and the number is 12. Of course you all know this is pink and number is 18, and white and crimson red of course comes with a small pack or with a big pack of 10 colors also, shades also. Only these colors, and the brush of course I am going to use number 6, and it's a very old one. It's little hardened also, so easier for me to spread, because I'm not keeping it flat on the thing. I put the frame, so better to use a stiff brush. Okay, so this is stiff enough for me to spread the color on the fabric. And one thing, this is number 1 for outlining, round brush. Both are round brushes. I'm not going to use flat brush. So 6 and 1 I'll be using for this painting. You have subscribed. Thank you so much. And of course you need a palette. I am repeating is because Kalaivani had asked me to say everything in detail. So Kalaivani, you need a fabric, white fabric or whatever color you have, you take it up and the pin point, trace the design. If the fabric has a transparency, then you can draw the outline with the regular pencil. Then put the frame, and then if you are going to place it flat on the table, then put a cotton fabric underneath here, so that the excess paint, when you paint on the saree, gets absorbed easily and dries up faster also. And of course the colors you should keep ready, and before painting you need to transfer the color on the palette. Okay, so now we will transfer the color. First one is white, and depending upon the texture of the nature of the fabric, you can either dilute it or directly you can paint on the fabric, apply the color directly. Okay, so here I'm going to add 1:1, mix it in a ratio of 1:1. There is 1 part of paint, I'll be adding 1 part of water. So let me transfer the color. Ma'am, can we do on polyester mix? Yes, you can, Navkumari. You can. Any kind of fabric you can do. Only thing is, you said it's a polyester mixer, so the color spreads faster. So you should have a control over the application. Understood? Then let me add a drop of water and mix it. Just 1 or 2 drops, enough. Then red, of course, I need it towards the end. Green also towards the end. And I need pink for a little bit of shading. They don't want a bright and this thing gel effect, so they've asked me to use these colors and I am using it. It's nice to work with very easy subjects. Okay, now mix it. Any kind of fabric for that matter you can use, provided you know the texture and how much of water it absorbs. You need to test it. Take a drop of water and then you just one corner of the fabric, you just drop it like this and see how much it spreads. See, it stands as it is not spreading out. So you can even add 1 or 2 drops of water, 1:2 ratio. The paint 1 ratio and 2 parts of water also you can add, especially when it comes to this kind of fabric. If it is a polyester, then maybe very less of water should be added. Okay, now we will start the session. I'll keep it here. Now we will start with the flower and the buds. The design is the same throughout, both at the bottom as well as at the top, and of course for the pallu I told you little bigger in size lotus flowers and then cows. Okay, so we will I've loaded the brush with the paint that is white. Can you see the white color? Can you see the palette? I am changing the concentration of color, can't affect duration of color. Changing the concentration, no. That doesn't happen at all. Okay, I am not going to add too much of water. Don't dilute it too much. Just whatever is required to make it little flowy, you can add water, 1 or 2 drops, 1 or 2 parts of water. Mix it and then you can use it. Okay. Now here we will start. Just take the color, apply a color, done. Then don't paint all the buds in it, just about 2 or 3 numbers at a time, so that the shading can be done easily. Otherwise the color will dry, and if you go for a second coat on top of this, then your cloth becomes little thicker. While painting, suppose if there is any mistake in drawing the outline, while applying the color you can correct it and make the proper shape. This is a freehand design, Samyukta. No, this is a tracing. On the paper, it is a freehand one. It is very difficult to do the freehand designing on the saree. And it should be uniform throughout, right? So, very difficult. So, I do the design on the paper. Very bad fluctuation here. Please join. Yeah. Hi Shobha, welcome. Okay, now this is right. Then for the second one, now this is a little bit towards the drying because we gave a gap. So let me give a slight coat on top, not too much. Hi Neelakshi. Yeah, you share your number either here through the YouTube, I mean here in the chat box, or else you can directly message me. Okay, the messenger you can just share your number. We'll add you in the group, and then take a little bit of pink, which I've taken here. Draw the outline as light as possible. Load very little of pink, and then try to blend both. I took about 22 minutes. I tried one portion of this frame, whatever is I could accommodate in the frame, within the frame. It took about 22 minutes for me to complete the entire painting. Okay. So I have confidence that I can complete it by day after tomorrow. And here also I am adding very little because we just gave a gap, right? Now a little bit of pink. Move the brush. First time in my career I am getting such a easy subject as an order. Yeah, stars, your little stars. May I know your name? I will add you. Please share your mobile number. We are coming up with a lot of sessions. Priya, okay. Yeah, Priya. Yeah, are you from Chennai? Very recently we had Tanjore work on wooden bases. Super duper hit. Many viewers and the participants joined. Now I have done the buds on one side. Now we will move on to the center main lotus flower. For a beginner, I am telling you, of course not for the others who have been doing this for a long time. If you are a beginner, then follow my instructions carefully. Just load the brush with the color. Do petal by petal. Okay, don't fill the entire flower with the color. Hi Sharda ma'am, good evening and welcome. Oh, you're from Delhi. Good. Apply the color. So this is exclusive session for the beginners. And luckily I also got an order which is ரொம்ப ஒரு ஈஸியான ஆர்டர்ங்கிறதுனால I thought I could share it to you. Heavy subject இல்லாமல் மைல்டாக இருக்கிறதுனால thought will show it to you before I complete it. Okay, fine. Now I have done the base coat, that is white. Now just like how we did for the bud, load the brush with the darker color, and here it is the pink. Outline it. ஸோ இதை பார்க்கும்போது கலைவாணி எஸ்பெஷலி ஃபார் யூ உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியராக இருக்கும். நீங்கள் தைரியமாக இந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் பெயிண்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். பயப்படவே கூடாது. டோன்ட் பி ஸ்கேர்ட், ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை and move the brush from the outer to the inner very gently and blend the color. So this is so soft. Now I will not keep it. You will not feel the painted portion at all. So if you close your eyes and touch the fabric, it will be the same. The painted, the unpainted and the painted portion will be the same, just like a print. Now we will move on to the next petal. The center one is done. If you feel the center portion is little lighter or wanted to make it brighter, then you can add a little bit of white here in the case. Otherwise it might be some other color also. Just give a slight filling over there. Then the next petal, follow the outline carefully. Try to fill the petal. You can try on a kerchief. All of you, that is the beginners, can always try this on a kerchief and do share it to me. Then without washing the brush, you can load the darker color, outline it. Take some more. Keep the brush upright, apply the color, and then while blending it, you keep it flat and try to give more pressure and try to blend the colors. Okay. Now you can wash the brush because this will be little pinkish. So to have the bright white in the next petal, wash the brush, wipe it, and then apply the color. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி சின்ன சின்ன டிப்பெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணிங்கன்னா உங்கள் ஒர்க் வந்து நல்லாயிருக்கும். இப்போ நீங்கள் ப்ரஷ்ஷை வாஷ் பண்ணாமல் நீங்கள் பண்ணிங்கன்னா இங்கே பிங்கிஷாக போயிடும். அஃப்கோர்ஸ் நல்லாயிருக்கும், நோ டவுட். பட் இருந்தாலும் பர்ஃபெக்டாக ஒர்க் பண்ணுறதுக்கு திஸ் இஸ் ஸ்மால் டிப். ஹாய் விஜய், குட் ஈவினிங், வெல்கம். Now Samyukta, I told you for any dark color fabric, a white base coat should be given. Okay, and then start the coloring. Here it is a pure white fabric, so I am directly applying the white color on it. Hi Vanita, good evening, good evening. Nice to see you. So happy that you joined. Just blend, mix both the colors towards the corner alone, leaving the center as it is. Okay. Now the other side. ஸோ இப்படி ஒரு ஒரு பெட்டலாக பண்ணும்போது கலைவாணி உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஈஸியராக இருக்கும். இந்த அவுட்லைன் வந்து மறையாது, உங்களுக்கு கம்ப்ளீஷன் வந்து ஈஸியராக இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் வை ஐ டோல்ட் ஃபார் த பிகினர்ஸ் யூ டூ ஒன் பை ஒன், பெட்டல் பை பெட்டல் யூ டூ. But when I am doing, I will not do like this. I will completely fill the full flower and then do the shading portion by portion and finish off the outline. Okay. கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஃப்ளவரில் ஒரு 4-5 பெட்டல் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு கை வந்து ரிஃபைன் ஆகிடும். ஸோ அப்போ யூ கேன் ஆட் ஒன் மோர் பெட்டல் அண்ட் டூ 2 petals together. Of course, leave a gap in between so that it will be easier for you to outline it. Let's take little by little, apply the color. Done. Now the darker color towards the outline, outer edges of each petal. Apply the color. If you want, you can just wipe it and then blend it. Otherwise, directly you can do it. blend the colors. Done. Okay, now we will do this bud also. Let everything dry, and then we will start with the next step with the flowers. This has no leaves at all, only the stalk, the buds and the flowers. They wanted it for the bottom as well as for the top also. Top side of the saree, running side. Thank you, Bharati. Welcome. Just correct the shape in case if it is wrongly traced. Now take the darker color. Here it is pink. I am not using red. I am just using pink alone. Done. Then the next one. See, hardly it takes 2 to 3 minutes to paint a bud. This side. No, I should move to my right. Okay, I leave off this bud because I'm not able to focus it properly. It's a big frame. I'll let it be. Now I can do the small flower here. Okay. Hope you are watching my this thing YouTube, where I have shared the shots on Madhubani dupatta painting. This is the process of completion. So sharing step by step, portion by portion, I am sharing it. You can all watch it and you can create one for yourself. Thank you. Who is this artistic lady? Thank you so much for your compliments. Just spread it, blend it. Apply the color. It's not right. Just see. I'll show you how thin it is. Of course, you cannot feel, but it's like just like a print. Okay, now the next petal. So I forgot to wash the brush, and now it is pinkish, this petal. Never mind, let it be. See how much I am loading the darker color. So little. The brush is wet and it is with white color which we loaded earlier. So automatically you get the shade and you blend it out. Now for the next petal. I'm sure my client will love this. With the same brush, I'm drawing the outline also and blending it. I'm not changing the size. 6 will be fine for this. 3 will be too small. 4 or 6 will be fine for this sized flower. Okay. Now this side. I have added almost 1:2 ratio paint and water because the saree is good, doesn't spread much. Spread it. Done. Now the darker color. So let your pastime be your profit time, because hand painted wearables, they have, it's a very good demand in the market. Um, yes, of course I added water to this white and not to the pink. Okay, here 1:2 ratio, one part of paint and 2 parts of water I added, mixed thoroughly, and in that particular consistency I am applying it on the fabric. And whereas for the darker color which I am using it for shading, I have not added water at all. This is a direct paint. Okay, thank you Rekha, thank you. Now only one more bud we have, we will finish off that also. I got the saree only yesterday. The earlier one I got it last week. That is with the zari, gold zari border, and this is the little copperish. So they have selected lotus for this. Peach white design. Just blend it. Okay, now this is over. Now we will start with the highlighting work. So for highlighting we need red color, crimson red we need, very little you take. They don't want black outline, so this is for Onam I believe. So full and full only with these 4 colors: white, pink, crimson red and green. And take number 1 brush. This is not good, the bristles are open, so not good. Take number 1. Here also for red, just dip it in water, the brush, mix the color, don't add water to red, just direct paint is more than enough. We will start from the first this thing, but what we did, first one, draw the outline, complete the outline first, and then the bud is closed. So to show that effect, make a line over here. Understood? I'll come to that. Can you see this? Yeah. Draw the outline and then the midline. Now coming to the main lotus, it's all dry. Hold the brush upright and then move from the bottom to the top, then come back. Draw the outline, stop over there, and then you come back again and join with the starting. Now the paint, less of paint loaded in the brush, so I will go for a second application. Then when you are drawing the side petals, this is how you should do. Just draw the top line alone first. Don't immediately continue down. Just draw the top line and then you take out the brush and start again from the tip, complete the base line. Okay. Just stop and then complete it. Okay, similarly here also just the top line alone, then complete it. Understood? The small sized brush, I take a new one for each saree. I don't use the old brush because you'll get perfect fine lines when you use a fresh brush. Similarly here the center petal first. Start from the base, move to the top. Hi Manimekale ma'am, good evening. You have come back? Are you in Chennai, India? Otherwise you can start from the bottom. Here we did it from the top. The other way of doing it is stop and then complete it, either from the top or from the bottom. Oh, still in USA. Okay. Enjoy your stay. And now this side, because this is how is comfortable for me. The top line, just see the tips and all. It should be perfect. And that is possible only when you follow this technique. Okay. Now 2 more petals, buds we have. Done. One more here. Don't add water prior to the painting. I mean, add water to the crimson red. Whenever it is needed, you add water, mix it, and then you apply on the this thing. Now the outline is over. Now next enhancement is with the pink color again. And now we will use the bigger brush. Number 6, what we use for the blending and for the filling of colors. Now use this brush, take little bit of pink. You can even use fluorescent pink also to make it very bright, but they don't want that, so I am using only pink. First I thought of using fluorescent, but they did not like it, so I just left it. Okay, now split open the brush like this and then add strokes from the top. See my little finger, it's firm on the fabric, and very gently you try to add the color. Okay, then the next one. This is firm, only the brush move up and down. The best technique for this kind of stroke. Hi Priya, good evening. I am fine. How are you? No see long time, right? If the brush is not loaded properly, then you will not get this kind of easy filling. This is done. Now for the buds, please do not add too much of water for this. Whatever is required, just add. Make it here, bring it here slight little thicker consistency. Load the brush, open the brush, and then start the strokes. Yes. Okay. See, this is open, the brush is open, so that now when you do like this, you get lot of lines at a time. Hi sister, good evening, welcome. Madhu Prabha, yes, so happy that you joined. See, this shading should be done only after the red outline dries. Okay, don't do it immediately, because you will start smudging the red also into it, into the inner portion of the flower. So we need only the pink shade. So let the red outline dry completely and then start the dry strokes. Oh, settled in Pattukotai. Super, super. Not in Chennai, is it? Okay. Good, good, good. தஞ்சாவூரில் நல்லா கலக்கலாம். தஞ்சாவூர் பெயிண்டிங் படிங்க, அங்கே லோக்கலில் நல்ல ஆர்டிஸ்ட் கிட்டக்க ட்ரெடிஷ்னல் மெத்தட் எல்லாம் கேட்டு அழகாக படிங்க. விசிட் சரபோஜி மகாராஜா மியூசியம், டோன்ட் மிஸ் இட். அண்ட் பெரிய கோவில். ஓகே, ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் when I come to this thing, Tanjavur, I can meet you. Good, good. Okay, now the flowering, the flower coloring is over. Next one is for the stalks. Now for the stalk you need green color. Here I am taking light green, which is number 12. Okay, for the green, what I would suggest is, though the fabric doesn't blot much, இந்த துணி ரொம்ப ஊறலை இருந்தாலும், but for the green the gap is very very small, the patch. So don't dilute it with 1:2 ratio. Just dilute it with 1:1 ratio, and that you apply here. Understood? Because the distance between the two lines is very short. So if you add too much of water, or if it spreads now, you cannot make the line too bigger also. You cannot extend it. So you have to be very careful. So just take little water as and when you need, and then you can paint it. Okay. Here also no shading. I told you it's a fully customized saree painting. What I'm going to do it for the saree, I'm just sharing it to you. Okay. Apply the color, keep the brush flat and bring the color. And this particular green also they have suggested, so I am using this. Then move the brush to and fro. Spread it thoroughly so that the color is spread evenly, and after drying it becomes very thin also. Papad mari thicka pogadu. Take little by little and see how I am moving the hand, so that the color doesn't move out of the line. It is within the two lines, boundary lines. Move it up and down like this. Okay. Very gently you spread the color. ட்ரேசிங் பக்காவாக பண்ணிவிடுங்க. என்னை டிவியில் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? எஸ், நான் வந்து ஒரு 7 இயர்ஸாக ஐ ஹேட் கிவன் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் இன் மெகா டிவி. கரெக்டாக இந்த பெண்கள்.com நிகழ்ச்சியில் ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் எவ்ரிடே, ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எவ்ரிடே ஐ யூஸ் டு ஃபீச்சர் இன் மெகா டிவி. And same way in Shankara TV also for 5 to 6 years every day. Mega TV கொஞ்சம் உங்களுக்கு வந்து நடுவில் கேப் வந்து சங்கரா டிவியில் இல்லவே இல்லை. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எவ்ரிடே I used to give art and craft program. Draw the outline. If the patch is little broad, and then try to fill. Done. Super. நல்ல ப்ரோக்ராம் அது. I was so happy that I could. Hi dear friend, welcome. After a long time joining us. Thank you so much. Just move the brush up and down and then spread the color. Very simple design. Just filling of colors at places and washing technique done for the flower and for the bud. Hi Sri Gauri, Namaste, welcome. The other heavy subjects which I am working on for clients are Ravi Verma Udi and the 11 musicians. That is really on my head. So much of detailing. I am working on 2 sarees simultaneously, same pattern on 2 sarees. Both are pattu sarees. So you have to be very, very careful. Give a base coat and then do first coat, second coat, like that. And okay, now done. So we have completed one patch of a set of this thing motifs. This is what they wanted, and the design will be repeated throughout except for the pallu where we have the this thing cow and lotus leaf painting. Gayatri, next session நான் கொடுக்குறேனே, இந்த நெட் ஒரே ப்ராப்ளமாக இருக்குது. நெக்ஸ்ட் செஷனில் டெஃபினெட்லி ஐ வில் டேக் அப் த லோட்டஸ் லீஃப். வெரைட்டிஸ் ஆஃப் பீச்வாய் லோட்டஸ் லீவ், ஐ மீன் த லோட்டஸ் லீஃப் வி வில் டூ. ஓகே, ஸோ இதில் வந்து அவங்க லீஃப் கேட்கல, ஸோ இதில் ஐ கேன் நாட் ட்ரை அட் ஆல். திஸ் இஸ் பியூர்லி அ கஸ்டமைஸ்டு ஒன். ஸோ சேம் திங் ஐ வில் ரிப்பீட். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஒரு சிம்பிள் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால ஐ தாட் அவங்களுக்கு கேட்டிருந்தாங்க, எல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஆப்டாக கோயின்சைட் ஆனதுனால ஸோ இது பண்ண சொல்லி கொடுத்தேன் நான் அவங்களுக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ பீச்வாய் லோட்டஸ் லீஃப் வந்து ஒரு 2 or 3 patterns we will take up and we will do it. Thank you Shobha. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Let me see. This is should be completed. So simultaneously we will plan for this session also. Okay. Hi Suchita, welcome. This is what we did today. Since you have joined little late, this is the one which we did. Okay. And I told you how it will look now. I'll show you. See, I have done it here. This is not yet dry, the green portion. I'm scared. See, absolutely no difference at all. pattern throughout. And a beautiful stuff, this saree, Kerala Kasul saree, beginners ke romba easy, you can practice on this. அப்படியே ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா I told you to spread out this thing, cotton or bedsheet or something underneath and work on it. Otherwise இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பேப்பர், பட் பேப்பரை போட்டுட்டு without the frame you should not keep it on the paper, it will get stuck. So when you're placing the paper, use the frame, and if you are not using the frame, use the cotton cloth underneath. Okay, I'll show you. Thank you Padma, thank you so much. Thank you Manimekale, thank you Praveena, thank you Nagukumari, thank you Sri Gauri, thank you Suchita. I'll show you. I'll just open this and I'll place it without the frame. If you want to paint it, just spread the fabric like this, cotton fabric underneath. Spread the fabric on the base cloth, and then I'll show you one small patch also. I'll work on it so that you will understand. A small bud I'll show you. For when I do like this, now what I will do is I will have an equal length old saree. So I will pin it up here and there. When I finish this portion, I will move it along with the base fabric. Then the next, move it along. So here this is only a small piece just to cover the table alone. So you need to shift only the top fabric. Whereas if it is a full saree parallel to the working saree, then you can move the entire thing. Now I will do it here. This is going to be done directly on the fabric without the framing. Okay. Learn this technique also. So that if you have a comfortable place to work in, then this will be ideal. Take the color, a little bright. I'll take a little more white color. Just a drop will do. I'm adding one drop of water to it. See, it's equally the same. One more. The folding of the saree disturbs, but once you start painting it, nothing happens. You'll be comfortable with this technique also. Okay, now the next one is to take the darker color. Remove the excess, draw the outline, then start blending it. Wipe the brush if it is too much. Start blending it. Done. Take some more, add little more towards the corner alone. Now the next petal. So whichever you feel is comfortable for you, you follow that particular technique and work on it. Okay. Done. Move the brush slowly from the outer to the inner. Done. Even the red outline also you can do in the same way. without lifting the fabric. Finish off everything and then shift the top fabric alone. I am taking crimson red. Done. Here also. Okay. Any doubts? Then finally dry strokes. Don't add water for dry strokes. It should be the direct paint in the brush. Done. Okay. So hope you all enjoyed. Learn the technique, especially the beginners. Please do follow this. One of the simplest technique, I should say, though it involves a little bit of shading also. I don't think it will be difficult for the beginners too. You can try this, and we'll meet again with the peach white lotus leaves, different shapes and different techniques also, like the patterns inside that. This morning I finished on blouse actually, on this pure silk saree, silk fabric. The working process I did not shoot actually. First and the second I did it, but the final thing I forgot. I had to give it up. So I've given it to the client, and we'll share the finished article to you. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Video stopped, is it? Okay, this is an old message. Okay, fine. I just saw in the WhatsApp that the video stopped in there, so I was wondering. Okay, fine. So take care and bye-bye. We'll meet again with the lotus leaves. Okay. So get ready with green, yellow, white, black colors and fabric. Any white color fabric, cotton or synthetic or whatever you have, you take it up, and then embroidering a pencil to draw the design. Okay. We will start. Along with me, you can do it at your end and share it to me in the next, before I join you for the next session. Thank you so much. Take care and bye-bye. See you all soon. So now see, after lifting it also, at the bottom also, it is not, nothing is there. So now it is nice. You can slowly, you can shift this portion, whatever you have painted, either to your left side. I always shift it to my left, and then move the next patch. Okay. That is how I do. I have a big table with 2 chairs besides it. So from one end to the other end, so that by the time I do this, the previous one would have dried. So that is how it is made faster. Okay. Thank you all so much. I will wind up now. Take care and bye-bye.